So to get this top started, we are going to grab our category 4 yarn, make a slip knot, grab our 6mm hook, and we're going to make a chain that comes out to 5 inches, or from your underarm to where you want the bottom of the crop top to be, keeping in mind that we will have a border as well. Once we have our 5 inches, we are going to block off that last chain up 1 extra, and then go ahead and put a single crochet into that chain that we blocked off, or the second loop from the hook, and then single crochet once into every loop that we have going back down our chain. So I've single crocheted once into every chain that we had. Now we're going to work our way back up, so go ahead and chain up 1, flip our work, and we're going to be working our way back up with single crochets but working into the back loops only. So instead of going in through both loops like we typically do, we're just going to be working in the back loops with a single crochet. And put 1 single crochet in the back loop once into every loop that we have until we get to the end, and then we're going to do an increase. So once we single crocheted once into every back loop that we had, we just have 1 left to do. And like I said, we're going to do an increase. So go into the back loop with 1, 2 single crochet, and we're only going to be increasing on one end. So this bottom end is going to be blunt. So we're going to increase again into the next row. Go ahead and chain up 1, flip your work, and then do 2 single crochets into the back loops into that first loop. So here's 1 and 2. And then from here, single crochet once into every back loop. Once when we get to the end, chain up 1, and then work our way back, do an increase on the increase side. And we're going to keep doing this until this length gets to where the base of the neck would be, and mine would be 4.5 inches. Now that we have our 4.5 inches, now we need to make a chain from where we ended on the increasing side to the base of the neck. So from here, I went ahead and measured mine out, and I'm going to add a chain that equals to 3.5 inches on top of this side. If you did end on the blunt end, that's fine. You could either single crochet your way back up, or you can cut and tie and then reattach your yarn to this end. But with that being said, go ahead and chain up as many as you need. Once when I have my chain, I'm going to be single crocheting back down. So I'm going to block off the last chain up 1, flip my work, and then insert my hook into that second loop from the hook, or the one that we blocked off. And I'm going to be single crocheting once into every loop until we get to the bottom of the chain. Once when we get to the bottom of the chain, we're going to continue doing rows of back loop only single crochet. So once we're done single crocheting down our chain, like I said, we're going to continue doing back loop only single crochet. So once when we get here, we're going to go into the first loop, going into the back loops only, and we're going to single crochet all the way down. And this is going to be the main portion of the top where it goes from neck to neck. And then, as you can probably guess, we're going to do rows of decrease once we get done with that. But for this solid portion, we're not going to be doing any increases or decreases on any of the sides, so they're both going to be blunt. And I'm going to do this until I have a total of 8 inches. So we just got done doing the blunt portion, and as you can see, from one end to the next, mine is 12.5 inches. And now we're going to start working on the underarm section again, like how we did on this side, but we're going to do it on the other side. And from here, you're going to need to count out how many loops you had before you did your chain up to the base of the neck. So go ahead and count out these. I went ahead and counted mine. I have 31. So from here, I ended on the bottom so that I can count up 31 and then start decreasing. But if you ended up at the top, you can always cut and tie and then reconnect at the bottom. But once when we are at the bottom, we're going to chain up 1, flip our work, and then we're going to keep doing single crochets in the back loops only until the number that you have matches the same number that you have on this side. And we're going to single crochet all the way down minus 2 loops. So I went ahead and single crocheted in the back loops only into 29 of the loops. Like I said before, I have 31 that I need to go into. So into these next 2, I'm going to be doing a decrease. So go ahead and insert your hook into the next loop, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the loop after that, yarn over, pull through. We should have 3 loops on the hook. Go ahead and yarn over and pull through all 3. And then we will be decreasing only on one side, keeping one side blunt. So to start the next row that's decreasing, go ahead and chain up 1, flip our work, and then decrease into the next 2 loops. So insert your hook into the first loop, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the next loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. And once you get to the end, you're going to chain up 1 and single crochet into the back loops only until you get to the decreasing end and decrease, and then you're going to keep going until you have the same amount of rows that you have down here. So I just got finished doing my second decreasing side, and this is what we should have so far. Obviously, these 2 sides is going to be where the arms is, and then this is the body portion. And what we're going to do now is going to be doing a bottom border. So for the first row, we're going to be chaining up 1, and then we're going to be single crocheting once into all of these kind of loops that we have. So we're just going to be single crocheting all the way down. but keeping in mind not to single crochet too many times into one section, otherwise it'll bunch up. And once when we single crocheted along the bottom, now we're going to do a row of double crochet. So from here, we are going to chain up 3. This counts as a double crochet. Flip your work, and we're going to be double crocheting once into every loop that we have, going all the way down. So we just got done doing our row of double crochet, and now we're going to do another row of double crochet, but this one's going to be modified. This is going to be front and back post double crochets. So I will show you how to do that now. We're going to chain up 3. This counts as a double crochet. We're going to flip our work, and from here we're going to go into the front. So we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and as you can see, there's our next double crochet, and we would typically be going into the top loop, but we're actually going to be going behind this double crochet. So we're going to insert our hook, and we're going to go behind that one double crochet, and then we're going to finish off our double crochet just like usual. So we're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and this is our front post. And we're going to do the same thing but in the back, and we're going to be alternating. So we're going to do this one more time, showing you how to do it in the back. We're going to yarn over, which is preparing for a double crochet, and then from here we're going to move into the back, inserting our hook over the next double crochet that we have. We're going to yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. And I'm going to show you guys how to do this one more time. We're going to prepare for a double crochet. For this one, since we're alternating, we're going to go into the front of the double crochet. We're going to yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then the next one, we're going to be going into the back. So yarn over, insert our hook in through the back, make sure we go over the next double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And from here, we're going to get this ridging effect. And I already have my second one done, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like. This is what the bottom's supposed to look like. So we're going to get a really nice ridging effect working into the back posts. And we're going to keep doing this all the way down. So once when we're done doing our rows of back post and front post double crochets, this is what things should be looking like. And then from here, you can go ahead and cut and tie and then do all of this one more time. And I already have my second one done. But once we have both of these done, we're going to connect them where the underarms lie. So for my second one, I didn't cut and tie yet. I'm just going to go straight ahead into connecting them. And since my hook is still connected, I'm just going to keep this connected, and I'm going to insert my hook into the next one. I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and then chain up 1 to secure it. And from here, I'm going to single crochet all the way down, making sure that my hook goes through both sides, the front and the back. Since these are side double crochets, we're going to be doing 2 single crochets into those. So here's 1, here's 2. Making sure that both of them are on the hook, 1 single crochet, 2, and we're going to keep doing this all the way down. Once when we get to this corner, we're going to cut and tie and do the same thing on the other side. So now that we've connected both the front to the back, now we're going to work on the arm sections, but right before we do that, we do need to connect the neck pieces, and this is right where the base of the neck is. This isn't mid-shoulder like how we've been doing some of our other sweaters. But from here, we're just going to connect one corner to the next using a chain. So from here, we're just going to insert our hook into one corner, make a slip knot, and then we're going to make a chain that equals out to 1 inch and then connect it to the corresponding corner on the other side. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now that we've connected the neck pieces, now we're going to be working on the underarm section like I said. And from here, we're going to insert our hook right into that next loop where those 2 sections meet. And from here, we're going to grab our yarn, make a slip knot, pull that through, and then we're going to be putting a single crochet into every loop that we have until we get to the same loop on the other side. So this is going to be similar to the bottom. There's no real loops for you to go into. So go ahead and just insert your hook wherever you can with a single crochet, but also remembering not to put too many single crochet in one section, otherwise it'll bunch up. So once we've done our 1 row of single crochet all the way around, I'll show you guys how to connect it. So we're back at that loop right in that corner where this increase and the neck portion meet. So we're just going to insert our hook into that loop with a slip stitch. And then we're going to work our way up with 1 more slip stitch into the neck base. And from here, we're going to flip our work. And then we're going to be doing 1 more row of single crochet, but working in the back loops only, same way that we did with the main body portion. So we're going to insert our hook into the back loop with a single crochet. Then we're going to single crochet all the way down. Once we get to the side, connect with a slip stitch, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side as well. So once we're done doing the underarm detail, as you can see right here, next we're going to be working on the neck. And from here, we're going to be inserting our hook into any one of these loops. It doesn't matter which one. Grab our yarn. We're going to pull this through, chain up 1 to secure, and then we're just going to be putting 1 single crochet into every loop that we have. And as you can see, these are the not loops, kind of loops. So put 1 single crochet into each loop. So we just got done going around with our first row of single crochet, and we still have 2 more rows to do. But for the second row that we're going to do, we're going to be working in the back loops only, but still maintaining the single crochets. And then we're just going to be putting 1 into every loop. Once we get around, connect with a slip stitch. And then the next row is going to be a row of regular single crochet. So once we get here, now we're going to start working on our turtleneck portion. And this is going to be a mock turtleneck, so it's going to be a little bit shorter. But once when you get here, we're going to chain up 3. This counts as a double crochet, and we're going to be double crocheting once into every loop that we have, going all the way around. Once when we get all the way around, go ahead and count up 3 into that chain 3 that we did and connect it with a slip stitch. Once we have our first row of double crochet done, we're going to do more front and back post double crochets. So from here, we're going to chain up 3, prepare for a double crochet, and the first one we're going to go in through the front. So we're going to come in through behind the double crochet, yarn over, pull through with our double crochet, and then I'll show you guys how to do a back one more time. So go ahead and yarn over once, not twice. Insert your hook in behind, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we're going to do this for this row and the row after this. So we just got done doing our first row of back and front post double crochet, and now we're going to connect it, and we're going to connect it just like how we normally do. Our first double crochet in this row was a chain up 3, so we're going to count up 3, 1, 2, 3, insert our hook into that third loop, connect with a slip stitch. Then from here we're going to do more front and back post double crochets, and we are going to be decreasing twice on each side, so 4 times in total, and I will show you guys how to do that. So from here we're going to chain up 3, this counts as a double crochet, and then until we get to the sides we're going to be doing more regular front and back post double crochets, but making sure that we go with the same way that we did in the last row. So as you can tell, this one went into the front, so we're going to go into the front here as well. You can switch it up if you want to, it doesn't mess with the pattern, but I would like to keep it all uniform. So we're going to keep doing this, and there's no number pattern to get to the side to where we're going to start decreasing. So go ahead and just do our front and back post double crochets until we get to roughly this side. So I've done the front and back post double crochets until I got to one corner, and then from here we're going to do a decrease. So as you can tell, every other double crochet that we have is a front post double crochet, and then how we do a decrease is that we're just going to yarn over, go behind the first front post double crochet that we have, we're going to skip the back one entirely, go into the next front one that we have, and then do a double crochet. And that is where it decreases. And from here, as you can see, the next one is obviously going to be a back post. So we're going to do a back post, and then we're going to be doing one more decrease on this side until we get to the other side. So I'm going to show you how to do it one more time. Yarn over, insert a hook behind one front post double crochet, insert your hook into the next front post double crochet, yarn over, pull through those 2 post double crochets, and then double crochet like normal. And from here, continue to do the front and back post double crochets regularly until you get to the other side, and then decrease twice again with 1 regular back post double crochet in the middle. So once we made our way back around with our second row of front and back post double crochets, or our third rows of double crochets all together, because remember we did our first row of double crochets as well, then I'm going to stop mine, but you can keep going if you want. But from here, I'm just going to chain up 1 and cut. So once we're done with this, now we're going to start working on the hooded portion. And this is where this part comes in. Because remember how we did the rows of back loop single crochets? This is where our hood is going to connect. So we're going to take our yarn, make a slip knot, and we're going to figure out where our middle loop is. And we're going to insert our hook in through that middle loop, insert our slip knot, and we're going to pull through, chain up 1 to secure. And from here, we're going to be doing a row of single crochet in through these loops that we have going all the way around. Now, once when we get here, we made it all the way around. We are not going to be connecting this because this is going to be a hood. We need an opening for our face. But once when we get here, we're going to chain up 1, flip our work, and then we're going to do more rows of just single crochet into these loops. So we have 2 rows of single crochet to start off our hood, and now we're going to start doing some increases. So from here, go ahead and chain 1, I already have mine, and we're going to do increases in every 10th loop. So we're going to single crochet once into the next 9 loops and then do an increase in the 10th. Once we reached our 9 single crochet, we're going to do an increase in the 10th. So go ahead and put 2 single crochet into that same loop, into that 10th loop. And then single crochet once into the next 9, increase in the 10th, and then keep going back and forth. So this is what I have so far for the hood. I have rows 1 through 7, and then 3 through 7 were our increases where we increased into the 10th loop. From 1 through 7, I have 2 inches, and then all the way around, I have about 29 inches. And this is about as wide as I need my hood to be. So from here, I'm going to be putting 1 single crochet into every loop that we have until I get the height that I want. So this is where I'm at so far. I have a bunch of rows of single crochets, and from the base to the top, I have 11 inches and I have 42 rows, but this will be different for everyone depending on what kind of yarn and hook you use. But from here, now I'm going to start decreasing because my hood is almost finished. So from here, we're going to chain up 1, single crochet once into every loop until we get to the middle. And this has no number pattern. So go ahead and just fold this in half and then stop till we get about right here, an inch away from the middle. So once we single crocheted all the way down, now we're going to do 2 sets of decreases. So in order to do our decrease, we're going to insert our hook in through the first loop, yarn over, pull through, insert our hook in through the second loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. And from here, I'm just going to do 2 single crochet in between the 2 decreases. So here's 2 regular single crochet. And I'm going to do another decrease. So one more time, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. And from here, go ahead and single crochet all the way back around. Once when you get to the end, chain up 1 and then single crochet back while doing 2 decreases in the middle. And then keep doing that until you get the full hood size that you would like. So I just got finished doing my rows of decrease, and from the bottom to the top, I have 56 rows. And I have 14.5 inches. And from here, now we just need to connect it. So how we're going to connect it is we're going to grab these 2 corners. And from here, we're going to pinch this together. And then we're going to go in through the hood and then grab the middle part and pull that through. And from here, we're just going to flip the corners around. And then we're going to single crochet once into every side that we have until we meet the corner. So how we're going to do that is insert our hook in through one corner, and making sure that it also goes in through the other corner, and then we're going to pull that through, chain up 1 to secure, and then now we're going to be single crocheting once into every loop that we have, making sure that we go through both sides. So we're going to insert our hook in through the first side of the hood, and we're also going to find the same loop on the other side and insert it in through there. And from here, we're just going to single crochet, making sure we're going through both loops, and we're going to keep doing that until we get to the middle. Once we get to the middle, go ahead and chain up 1 and cut. So this is our hood once we've connected everything. As you can see, our seam is on the inside. And from here, now we're just going to do 1 row of single crochet going around the border of the hood. So we're going to turn our work sideways. We're going to insert our hook in through the first loop that we have. And that's going to be the very first loop that we have attached our hood into, and then just single crochet once into every kind of loop all the way around, and then connect it to the other side with a slip stitch. And the last thing that you have to do is weaving in your ends. And when we're done weaving in all the ends, this is our hooded crop top all finished. I loved doing this, and if y'all loved it too, leave a comment down below to let me know. If y'all make this piece, be sure to tag me on Instagram and Twitter, both at TCDDIY, because I would love to see y'all's recreations. And if you haven't already, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And lastly, if y'all have any questions about the hooks or the yarn of this video, all of those links will be in the description. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.